America Stadium.
Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Now back to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early in half.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Here we go. And tackle.
And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play lost a game. This seems pretty important early. Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
It completes it once more to Anderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Panthers at 5 and 4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Mayfield with it once more. Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Mayfield finding Anderson for the Panthers 1st. Well, that's not just his 1st, not his 2nd, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Mayfield on play action. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Try to give him another chance there.
Yeah, he did. Call for that, but as you alluded to, that's on that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. A big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Foreman. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but
yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
yeah, we didn't have to make that call. I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A carry for Foreman. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense. So
touchdown! DJ Moore from 10 yards out, and the Panthers have taken the lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line. There you go.
Ready. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. had the determination to say this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go back to the ground with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up the 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down, here's Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go. Hey, continue.
They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Come on, set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Over the time, looked on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass that allowed them to disrupt the play.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now Mayfield. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mayfield now from the 50. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing. Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Falcons 31.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw, Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Open man is Robbie Anderson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. D'Angelo Malone, his 2nd sack of the night. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Right.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Calvin Ridley, the ball carrier, brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play. First down, Falcons.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They run again with Foreman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 33. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Back to throw here. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. Going right side here, and that's complete. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he would go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And again, it's Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hurry!
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
One, stand.
He'll look to throw. A very quick pass to Ridley. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and he'll pop that ball free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready, set.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready,
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shot.